It's Week 5 of the National Football League, and we'll see Geno Smith. He's been sensational as he leads the league in touchdown passes. It's the Seahawks and the Giants. All that and more coming up next.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Charles, you look at this Seahawks team as they get ready here. It's been all systems going this first month. They're off to a 4-0 start.
And scout folks believe that this is a team that's built to go all the way. You can't win the Super Bowl in September, but they're telling everyone that they're going to be there in the end.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Giants, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. They will be led out by a second-round pick in 2019. Out of Missouri, it's Drew Lock.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
One touchdown, one pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe he leans on a few other parts of the offense and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. For Johnson, the numbers for his performance from last week, 5 catches, 55 yards.
And he was able to get open there, but that's not always easy against this bunch defensively. We are deep enough into the season where numbers count. This is #1 rated defense in the NFL. He'll have a tough time.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
And they'll use him out of the backfield and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
They'll run here with a rookie. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. A quick throw out wide caught by Robinson. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it's 2nd down. Here's Locke to throw. Going right side, he finds Slayton. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he will have a Giants 1st down, at least at first glance, as he'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. Now a play fake, and here's Locke. That ball caught by Slayton. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That's good for 28 yards.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll go again with Tracy. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Giants are on the board first here this afternoon.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Seahawks set to go on offense here, and it is the Pro Bowler Geno Smith at quarterback, Charles, in his 12th NFL season.
And he's been playing at an elite level here in this early half of the season. Tops in the league in touchdown passes at this point. This is definitely a wide-open offense, so we'll see if he can keep his string of good games going right here.
Now Smith and the Seahawks going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 24. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The numbers on the ground for Walker a week ago. 12 carries, 62 yards, and a touchdown.
That's a very nice winning streak that they're on, and they've really seen this offense come into its own as a unit. And one of the keys is that the ground game has been established, and it's keeping the defense honest near the line of scrimmage. Sometimes that leads to huge games for him. Other times, he plays a complementary role to someone else. But however it's getting done, they're winning week after week. Offenses all over continue to be aggressive, and most people never turn down a shot at a deep ball. But oftentimes, it attracts a little bit of extra attention. And it did on that play, and that one got knocked away.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. The back deep for the Giants is Dory Jackson. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. Block now to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Tough spot here, 3rd down and 11. Throwing now is Locke. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. 6-0 our score after 1. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. On to punt, Jamie Gillen. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And take it right on the 30. A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Throwing now is Geno. Man open downfield is Diggs. He's got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Stephon Diggs with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Seahawks strike quickly here to tie up the ball game. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big streak like that, it only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Now Locke. He finds Robinson. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. From the 33, here's 2nd down and 1. And the slot man goes in motion left. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a Giant 1st down on a gain of 16. Straight ahead, here's Tracy. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. Second down. They look to throw. It's Locke. And quickly into the hands of Robinson. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 23. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Locke going to throw. Finding Johnson on the out route. That's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. To throw it is Locke. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
This is caught. And he'll get about 6 there before he is taken down rather rudely and abruptly. The offense on third down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Now it's Tracy. And this is going to depend on his spot, but I believe he might be a few inches short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches. Here we go on 4th down. And this time he is in.
Yes.
A great play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Giants' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen, ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. Here's Smith. Flushed out right. And Diggs has it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. From the gun, here's Smith. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw, trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Throwing again is Smith. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 25-yard line. Now Smith. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Smith. And, oh, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
That is caught. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. To the air again, Smith. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Stephon Diggs with career touchdown number 6. 75. And the Seahawks have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead into the locker room.
We've been together a few years, and you know that I really ride the wave of old momentum, don't I?
Yes, you do.
There is a heck of a difference between being down 6 and possibly being up 1. And right now, they've got that opportunity.
No doubt. That is a big-time score and a big-time swing in momentum. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. Running room at the 50. Look out.
In just about every special teams meeting, there's a discussion with the punter about his importance. Why? He can flip the field for your team defensively, move it deep into their own territory, or if you're backed up on offense, and he can hit a big punt and change field position and help his defense. In this case, though, field position got flipped by the return team. You can do it so many different ways on special teams.
So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in just a bit. But first, let's get everybody caught up with what's going on around the NFL here in Week 5. We'll start by zooming out to Santa Clara. Arizona in town to face San Francisco, and it's the Niners who have the lead as those two teams play the second quarter. Brock Purdy with a touchdown pass to Brandon Ayuk. From there, we'll make the trek east to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Tampa Bay Bucks. Bucky Irving, a touchdown run in the victory. Lastly, we head to Southern California to check on the Rams at home at SoFi Stadium. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. Romeo Doubs, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. For the Seahawks in the first half, they were led by their quarterback, Geno Smith. He came on after a slow start to fire 2 second-quarter touchdown passes and give his guys the lead at the intermission. This one's been all you could hope for as an NFL fan. Just a 1-point game here at halftime. This has been as much fun as you could hope for, with both these teams in it to win it.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Seahawks offense and their big play wideout getting ready to get back to work. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these...
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Stephon Diggs. 75 yards. And the Seahawks come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that. Truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is up to 8. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Locke working out of the gun. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
A good job in coverage there. They took away his top read on the play, so he went through his progressions and ended up settling on his running back who scored on their last possession, but the coverage held. It goes incomplete.
They'll hand it to Tracy. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down. Here's Locke. That to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
We've got to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Seahawks offense and Geno Smith headed back out for this next possession. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. Smith. Flush to his right. And he's got Smith and Jigba. They'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Walker now on 1st and 10. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal. Here's Walker. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Kenneth Walker, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The New York set to take the field. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Reek Woolen in on the stop. From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd down and 7. Back to throw. Locke. He finds his man Johnson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Tracy going to get it on 1st down. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Looking to throw. Locke. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Locke. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for New York. And a good result there as that'll get out of bounds and pin them back at their 10-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. And you don't want to pin this all on the quarterback, even when the pressure's coming. Not easy for them, but that's just something you can't do, is take that sack in the end zone.
No, you can't. But for all defensive line coaches, they're celebrating everywhere. Because what do they tell us in our meetings? It's all about the get-off, beating the offensive line at the snap of the football.
And that flag accepted. Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. On the give, it's Tracy. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. From the 46, here's the 2nd down and 4. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. This 2nd and 4. It's the Giants with possession of the football but needing points as we start quarter number 4. Play action. Now it's Locke. That's complete to Robinson. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down. Here's Locke to throw. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Shotgun snap to Locke. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Over the middle, taken in by Neighbors. And he will have a Giants 1st down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Locke. This is caught by Robinson. And the Giants are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Now Locke on the bootleg. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Malik Neighbors from 8 yards out. And the Giants have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. The PAT good. It would draw him closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field. Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they can afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. Here's Stephon Diggs as he and the rest of the offense get ready to go again. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now, they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him? Bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know when that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good fun.
Just because you got the lead in the 4th, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
He completes it to Julio Jones. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Off of play action, here's Smith. They'll roll him out right. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the second time. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Now Locke. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Now a 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Locke. That's complete. It's Neighbors. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
To the sideline and incomplete.
At this point in the second half, one mistake on a forced throw could doom your chances of a comeback. So that's the right call there to just throw that one away.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Locke. Now they go screen. It's complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a one-score game. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. Locke gonna throw. Connecting with Johnson. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
That's exactly what they were looking for. If they get another gain like that, they'll be right there in field goal range.
And the tension building. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Locke. Again, it's Johnson. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
That's caught left side by Neighbors. And he is going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the 1st and save a timeout. Locke to throw. Catch made by Slayton. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now Locke. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle.
And he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. Drew Locke keeping it himself from 5 yards out. And the Giants are an extra point away from taking the lead here in the 4th. A very important extra point there, up and good. And that is going to put them on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Here's Smith.
Eluding the pressure right.
That's caught by Diggs. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Out of the gun, Walker with it. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Smith. Over the middle, complete. It's Brown. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 15-yard line. Smith to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's throwing it leads him to believe that he's going to get those.
And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. That is the definition, Charles, of delivering under pressure, the game-winning potential. There's still a little time left on the clock, but the potential game-winning drive, and it was well executed.
I think we're going to remember this possession for a long time. We've called a bunch of games, but how about how they got it done down the stretch? Absolutely terrific. Barring some type of miraculous play in this last half minute, I think that touchdown just earned them the win. They really came up clutch when they needed it.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. This is 1st and 10. Here's Locke. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Here's 2nd down. To throw is Locke. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. A fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for the Seahawks, their strong September has carried over to October as they move to 5-0. And they'll get another home date next week as the 49ers will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.